era comes to a close as Superintendent Randall Chickadons calls it a career. We get his thoughts on his time as a Rocket.
And one of Rose Hill High School's most famous alums receives a special honor. We were there for Kendall Gammon's Kansas Sports Hall of Fame induction.
These stories and more straight ahead on Wake Up Rose Hill.
Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Rose Hill, presented by Channel 7 News. I'm Addison Scanlon.
And I'm Scott Montgomery. For 27 years, Randall Chickadons has been an administrator in the Rose Hill School District. But at the September board meeting, Chickadons announced his retirement in June of 2023. Olivia Schneeweiss spoke to Chickadons and got his thoughts on his time in the district.
Randall Chickadons, Rose Hill superintendent, has finally decided to retire after 18 years as an administrator in the district. He first took the superintendent position in 2004 after being assistant principal and principal at the high school. Chickadon said some of his proudest accomplishments during his years as superintendent dealt with focus changes he made.
I think probably just the focus changes that we've made. It used to be that schools in general educated kids from kindergarten to seniors, grade 12. So it was a K through 12 philosophy. And I believe we've really changed that mindset, and we start now working with parents from birth with our Parents as Teachers program. We've expanded that program, and we help parents understand the development process of kids, and then we move them into our preschool program, which we've expanded as well.
Chickadons has also helped to bring individual technologies to all 3 Rose Hill schools, expand daycare facilities, and implement an elementary grading skill that allows kids to focus more on learning. You reflected on his time as a Rocket.
It's been my life for 26 years, so it means a lot. It provided me my first opportunity to be an administrator. Rose Hill School Districts also provided me with an opportunity to continue to grow professionally and become a leader of a school district for 20 years. And again, the significance of that is just being a part of a great team that provided a great opportunity for kids. So it means a lot.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Olivia Schneeweiss.
Homecoming Week festivities began on October 3rd with a variety of spirit days and annual traditions sprinkled throughout the week. The coronation of King and Queen and the dance concluding the week. Riley Funk has the story.
Homecoming Week is filled with spirit days, Ironman volleyball, community service day, powder puff, district-wide pep assemblies, King and Queen coronation, plus the dance to conclude the school week, along with Fall Fest over the weekend. Ironman volleyball was on Monday, October 3rd, along with the spirit theme of Jersey Day. The juniors ended up taking first overall, then the seniors came in second place while sophomores took third, and finally freshmen ended with fourth place. Tuesday, October 4th was themed Soccer Moms versus Barbecue Dads. We interviewed Jack Hensley about his opinions on Homecoming Week.
I think the most fun thing about Homecoming Week would definitely have to be that Friday night football game, you know. Everyone's together. That's usually the most exciting, hyped up game. So everyone's there. Everyone's excited. And afterwards we get to go have a dance. Like, come on. That's fun. I love that.
Community service is probably one of the most stressful days of the week. All the students work very hard to give back to the community while still having fun and using teamwork. Powder Puff football was that same evening. Sophomores took first overall, seniors came in second place, while freshmen took third, and finally juniors ended with fourth place. We interviewed Miss Evans on her point of view on Homecoming Week. This is what she had to say.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Evans. I am the Stuco advisor at Rose Hill High School. I think it's going to go well. Weather looks nice. We have enough jobs for everybody, I think, to go do. Looks like participation's probably going to be about 85% of each class, so I'm excited about it.
Thursday, October 6th was Adam Sandler Day, and finally, to end the week, Friday, October 7th was themed Red, White, and Black Day. We had an all-school assembly at the football field with games and a good time. Later in the evening was a long-awaited homecoming game against El Dorado. During halftime, the King and Queen was announced. The King candidates were Jack Hensley, Garrett Funk, and Pierce Probasco. The Queen candidates were Ashlyn Thompson, Lindsay Esslinger, and Carly Grinstead. Our 2022 Fall Homecoming King and Queen are Ashlyn Thompson and Jack Hensley. The final score of the game was 31-18, and To end the night, Rose Hill had the 2022 Fall Homecoming Dance. Overall, it was a great night and a good way to end the week. For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Riley Funk.
The amazing T Street has been speaking to schools for years, hoping to inspire a new generation of young adults. She made her appearance at Rose Hill High School on September 21st. Alyssa Fair has the story.
On September 21st, Rose Hill High was introduced to the amazing T Street, who is a motivational speaker and came to teach kids how to be confident and uplifting. She has been a motivational speaker since college and now travels all over the country to motivate kids. One of the key aspects of her speeches is teaching kids how to love themselves unconditionally.
My primary message is really all about uplifting and making positive choices in your life, learning how to love yourself unconditionally without apology. How do you drive your own car called life? When you make your decisions, at least you know they're yours. Facing your fears, because fear is such a dream inhibitor. It keeps kids from really walking out all the things that they're called to do in life because they're afraid. And then ultimately, I like to talk to young people about this notion of getting out of motion and getting into action so that we can take control of our lives, our schools, our communities, and ultimately this great nation.
The main goal of T's speeches is to give kids a sense of confidence and motivation to live better lives.
I hope that they walk away feeling like, though I'm the amazing T Street, that the amazing that's in me is also in them. That all they have to do is be willing to flip the switches of their own lives so that they too can live the kinds of lives that they dream about. Kids tell me that they feel hopeful when they're done, that they feel inspired to do something. Not just, oh, I felt inspired, but inspired to do something. Who cares if people feel inspired if that inspiration isn't followed by an action?
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Alyssa Fair.
Coming up next, we have this show's Teacher, Student, and Athlete of the Week.
And later, Hayden gives you an update on all the fall sports. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Rose Hill Family Dentistry is a dentist office located on 106 East Yeager Street. They're open Monday through Friday, typically from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Their passion is to make sure their patients are happy, healthy, and able to achieve a confident, amazing smile. They care for all ages, ranging from toddlers to even great-great-grandparents. You can contact them at 316-776-2144.
Being a part of On the Clock does take its toll on the crew.
I'm Dawson McNall. Thank you for watching On the Clock, and make sure to tune in to our podcast on Friday.
Cut! Right after we finish, we have to do it all over again for the foreign exchange students.
Buenos dias, amigos. Me llamo Dawson.
Austin Eastman has been a math teacher at Rose Hill High School for 5 years, and he is this episode's Teacher of the Month. Ryan Moore has the story.
Our Teacher of the Week is math teacher Austin Eastman. This year, he teaches Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry. Mr. Eastman has been teaching for 10 years and has been at Rose Hill for 5. Before Rose Hill, he taught at Wichita Heights. We asked Mr. Eastman if he had history at Rose Hill.
I don't. I'm from Winfield, so we're in the same league at least. So I mean, I'm from the area, and we always played each other in sports growing up.
We then asked his favorite thing about teaching at Rose Hill.
I like the feel of it. It reminds me of home. Kind of similar size. It's very close knit. I know everybody at this point. It's a small district, so that's nice. It feels like home.
Mr. Eastman had this to say about the students at Rose Hill.
Students are good. Coming from Heights, it was a kind of a culture shock where there everything's like exciting. There's stuff going on all the time, and here it's like it's just really quiet. I kind of miss it sometimes because like there's just not a whole lot of excitement going on here. We have the community service day. This is always a lot of fun. We get to get out of the building, get in the community, meet kids that I may not know still, and get out and make the community better. That's kind of exciting.
Eastman describes when he decided to become a teacher.
I actually didn't decide to become a teacher till I was already in college. I started out as a chemistry major and then changed to a math major, and kind of figuring out what to do with it. I tutored through high school and always helped, so I've kind of always been in teaching, but I never thought I'd actually be a teacher until I had a class that was just threw me in a kindergarten class, and it was like I had to teach a science lesson, and ever since then, I kind of fell in love with teaching, and I've been doing it now for 10 years. So I think I'll always be a teacher of some kind. I think it's just in your system at that point.
With Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Ryan Moore, and that was your Teacher of the Week.
Lindsay Esslinger has been involved in many clubs and activities during her 4 years at Rose Hill High School and was recently nominated for Fall Homecoming Queen. I spoke to Lindsay about being this show's Student of the Month. This week's Student of the Month is Miss Lindsay Esslinger.
I've been attending Rose Hill for 13 years, so since kindergarten. My favorite class is Browning's 4th Hour News Mag.
Her favorite memory from this year is Browning threatening to put her in a headlock. Lindsay is involved in color guard, dance, and band. She was also on homecoming court this last week. My name is Scott Montgomery, and this is for Wake Up Rose Hill.
Dalen Jansen was a second-team All-League selection last season for the Rocket Boys soccer team. This season, Jansen has been one of the top players for the Rockets. I spoke to Jansen about being this show's Athlete of the Month. Dalen Jansen is a 12th grader at Rose Hill High School. He's involved in the soccer team and enjoys being able to play with the team. He likes the environment and all the players and coaches on his team.
The most fun thing for me is probably like the environment. Like I like all the players and the coaches are good.
Jansen says that he has a good feeling about the rest of the season and upcoming games.
So far I'm thinking this season's going very well. Overall our record, I'm pretty happy with how the team's progressing so far.
For Wake Up Rose Hill, I'm Addison Scanlon.
Hayden is coming up next with sports, so don't go anywhere.
The Rose Hill Vet Clinic is a clinic that offers pet exams, adoptions, and other pet services. You can find them at 110 North Rose Hill Road. They are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays and closed on Saturdays and Sundays. You can contact them at 316-776-0040. They are locally owned and have been in business since 1982.
Being a part of On the Clock does take its toll on the crew.
I'm Dawson McNall. Thank you for watching On the Clock, and make sure to tune in to our podcast on Friday.
Cut! Right after we finish, we have to do it all over again for the foreign exchange students.
Buenos dias, amigos. Me llamo Dawson.
Welcome back. I'm Hayden Swope, and here's your Rocket Sports Update. Former Rocket football player Kendall Gammon was recently inducted into the Kansas Sports Hall of Fame. Gammon graduated from Rose Hill in 1987 and went on to play college football at Pittsburgh State. He was then drafted into the NFL and played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, New Orleans Saints, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Gammon said that this honor came as a surprise and that he was humbled to be inducted.
What does it mean to be inducted into the Kansas Hall of Fame? I was humbled. I didn't expect it. It came out of the blue. I was very proud. I mean, the groups and the people that are in there here already, I don't really feel like I belong with, but I accepted it as with great honor and appreciation, and it's a nice thing.
The football team played El Dorado at home last Friday with seniors Boded Whitted and Pierce Probasco leading the Rockets to a 31-18 victory over the Wildcats. From 7 yards out, Whitted takes the run to put Rose Hill up on the board, and the extra point from Tegan Cobb is good, putting the Rockets up 7-0 in the first quarter. Probasco had a big 57-yard touchdown later in the first half, and shortly after, senior Luke McLaughlin and junior Jay Sevens also put more numbers up on the board against the Wildcats. The Rockets will play a tough game tonight against the 3-3 Buhler Crusaders. The volleyball team played at home Tuesday night against Andale and El Dorado. Let's take a look at the highlights. The team kept a close first set against Andale, with seniors Noli Munn and Daly Barger leading the team in kills. The Rockets fell to the Indians 25-22 in set 1 and 25-13 in set 2. However, game 2 took a different turn. The El Dorado Wildcats were sent home with a loss, losing to the Rockets 25-13 set 1 and 25-17 set 2. The final varsity volleyball tournament will take place tomorrow at Clearwater High School. The 10-4-1 soccer team's regular season is coming to a close here on Tuesday night when they take on the Circle Thunderbirds. The Rockets will then take on the Sub-State game the next week. The girls' cross-country team traveled to El Dorado for the league meet last night. Sophomore Kimber Lovell took home third, and the girls took first place as a team for the second year in a row. Lovell, Alexa Marshall, Kirsten Lucent, and Elliott Herod also walked away with another victory, being named first-team All-League runners. Scott, back to you.
Thanks for watching. I'm Scott Montgomery.
And I'm Addison Scanlon. We'll see you next time on Wake Up Rose Hill.